Hey guys, so I'm here with Grace again, and we're doing the throwback tag, or challenge, or whatever, and yeah, we're in the same setting as the last video, because as I said in the last video, we're filming a lot of videos today, so I'll just have them for the next few weeks, but yeah, we're outside, so if you hear anything, yeah, we're also at a park. Anyway, question 1, what year were you born in?
2000.
Same.
Yeah. I was 3 months away from being a 90s kid.
I was 7 months. Thank you.
Number 2. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. I don't, but it is actually really weird how I look almost exactly the same.
I look nothing like I did when I was younger, actually.
I look exactly the same, except for my hair. You know, I was bright redhead and never thought of dyeing my hair.
I can actually vouch for that, actually, because I friended your mom on Facebook the other day, and her cover picture is like your whole family and a few others, and I saw you, and I was like, oh my god, she hasn't changed.
That's from 6th grade. No. Yeah.
I do have pictures of myself, but I don't have them. Like, my family members have them, but
I've seen a picture of her from 2 years ago, and her face doesn't look different, but with her hair, it does make her look different.
Because I had long hair back then.
I know.
You guys remember my long hair phase.
Number 3.
Number 3, what TV shows did you watch growing up?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Drake and Josh. And that 70s show.
iCarly.
Oh, SpongeBob. Yes.
The good SpongeBob before it got canceled for 6 months.
I remember that. That sucked.
Trying to think of any other ones. Grew up on Supernatural, man. I was
Hannah
watching
Montana. I grew up on Hannah Montana.
I grew up on that. That 70s show.
Yeah.
Family Guy. I grew up on Family Guy. I watched the first episode of Family Guy in 2003, and I've been watching it ever since.
What else did I grow up on? George Lopez. I grew up on George Lopez.
Nick at Night. Just Nick at Night.
My God,
everything
yes.
at Nick at Night.
Full House.
I actually never watched Full House until 8th grade.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I watched that when I was like 4, and then I became obsessed, and every time it came on, I would be like, oh my god, Full House. Number 4.
Number 4. What did you want to be when you grow up? When you grow up, and do you still want to be that? You go first, because I gotta figure out what I wanted to be.
I wanted to actually be a singer, but, I mean, yeah, it would be cool to do that, but I mean, like, I have other career choices now. Like, I would love to, like, pull a Scott McCall and be an assistant in a vet. That would be pretty cool.
I guess for me, I've always wanted to do something in the arts. Like, every time teachers would ask me, what do you want to be? I'd be artist. And they're like, you got to be more specific. And I'm like, I can't be more specific. I just know I want to do something in the arts. And it's not the same anymore. Yeah, I want to be a graphic designer, but I want to do that part-time as an actual job. I want to be a mortician and make money.
Alright, so we're going to skip number 5 since we can't do that. So, number 6, what were your favorite toys to play with? You can go, actually. I have to think about it.
Ooh. When are we talking? Because in 5th grade, I had this gothic phase where, like, I took the heads off of all my Barbie dolls, and I spray painted them all black, and I called them all my soul. But before that, I loved playing with my Barbie dolls as they were regular and making them all in lesbian relationships. So, yeah, I had lesbian Barbie dolls that magically got pregnant. I don't even know how.
I just had a stuffed animal named Fuzzy that I loved. It was like this gigantic polar bear that I got at like a yard sale, I think it was.
Oh, I had one of those.
And I would play with it all the time. It was really fun.
You shouldn't have come out here. I'm like pulling out the grass.
I know, I'm doing the same thing. Number 7.
Number 7. What is the most embarrassing thing you can ever remember doing?
See, we're just socially awkward people. So we have a lot of embarrassing moments, actually.
I don't even know what my I'll just name the first embarrassing one that came to mind. I was at a Walmart, and it was in Oklahoma back when I lived there.
Both have things with Walmart.
I had never been in this Walmart before because I was used to the, what town was I in? I think it was the Norman one, and this was the first time that I'd ever been in the Oklahoma City Walmart, and the bathrooms are on different sides. Like normally it's men's bathroom, women's bathroom, but in the Oklahoma City one it was women's and men's.
That's how the Chicago ones are.
So I walked in to the men's bathroom, and this guy was just standing at a urinal and went, does your dad not cut your hair or something? And I was just like, oh shit. Ah! My dad ran in and got me out of there and put me in the women's one. It's like, I'm sorry.
I can see your dad doing that too. Mine was when I was 13. I had this really big crush on a guy. I think I mentioned this in a video before, actually. But I had a really big crush on this guy. And I was at a Walmart with my best friend who was visiting from Maryland. And we were kind of in that front section that has, like, the seasonal stuff or whatever. Like, what's going on. Like, if it's, like, back to school season, they'll have all, like, the binders and school stuff there. We were over there, and my crush walked in. And earlier that day, it got really dark all of a sudden. Earlier that day, I was telling my best friend about my crush. And he just so happened to walk in. And so my sister said something to my best friend, and she was like, oh, yeah, that's him. And so Katie, my best friend, she decided to, like stay to look at something that was over there, waiting for them to walk by, because my crush was with his best friend or whatever. And when they finally got over there, Katie pushed me, and I tripped, and I fell on top of my crush. And I just remember looking up and seeing my sister and Katie laughing. And then it was, my crush's best friend was kind of like taking a picture or something. I don't know. But the weird thing is my crush actually knew he was my crush back then. Which sucked. Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten.
I can remember something I wrote in kindergarten.
I remember something I did in kindergarten.
I can remember something I wrote. We had to write down something. We were given, write a story about a tiger and a penguin being best friends. So I was like, and I cannot even remember how I don't even know how my teacher was able to read this, because the words were like together. It looked like a string.
Oh, that was
just
me.
letters.
That was me as a kid.
I remember I wrote, the tiger is friends with the penguin because he doesn't eat him. That was my story.
Same.
Right there. We were supposed to write a paragraph, and I wrote a sentence.
I remember, I don't know if you guys did this, but in kindergarten, I lived in Southern Illinois, and the schooling thing was, like, different. They started teaching you, like, words while you were in kindergarten, like how to spell them and everything, and we had to go on, like, the school computers that only had one program on it, and it was, like, to help you learn that kind of thing. I don't remember what the program was called or anything, but we were doing that program, and there was duck, and I was the one kid that put fuck. Because I just thought, oh, I heard my sister say this, so this must be it. Funniest thing is, the only thing we were learning that day was the letter D. Like, things that started with the letter D. So I don't know.
I did it again, Scotty.
Number 9.
3 songs you loved to listen to as a child. Jesus Take the Wheel.
Oh my god.
Probably. Got it. Jesus Take the Wheel. You've Got a Friend in Me, and The People Like Me from Tarzan.
Mine was probably Real Slim Shady. Blame my brother for that one. Hollaback Girl.
I remember that.
And what was that called? think it was like called 2000 or something. It was by Rush, and it had no words really. It was literally just an instrumental, but I loved that song so much.
Number 10.
What was one funny thing you dressed up for Halloween when you were younger?
When I was younger.
I was a witch one year, and we had gotten what I thought was hairspray to, like, spray my hair green. It was actually spray paint, and it dyed my entire kitchen, like, green. It was really funny. That wasn't something that was funny for Halloween, but it was something that happened that was funny.
I don't even know. I've always been a kid that was, like, hardcore. We are doing Halloween this year. Like,
Me.
we never handed out candy because no one stayed home. We were out getting candy, but when I was younger, my mom worked out of college, so we always went through the dorms, and I always got to see what the college kids were dressed up as. And I remember this one year, I was a Tinkerbell, and one of the students was a sexy Tinkerbell.
Oh.
And the girl wanted a picture with me. And I was just like, why are your boobs hanging out of your dress? Like, I was so confused. That was before I realized I was gay. But I was like, why can I see your butt and your boobs? Because I remember my mom got mad at me one time because I tried to walk outside the house in a low-cut tank top. Mind you, I was like 5. And underwear that was like boy short underwear. And I just was like, you're not supposed to do that. No, why? Ugh. I didn't understand.
No. Number 11.
Tell a funny story of something you remember happening to you when you were young.
When I was younger, I used to have these fits. And my mom actually has a picture of this. I don't know if she still has it or where it is, but so one day I was trying to get something off the counter, and we lived in Southern Illinois, so it was like hot all the time. And this was like beginning of, I think it was like kindergarten or something. And I used to never wear pants, so nothing really has changed, really, if you want to be honest here. Nothing really, like, I didn't wear pants. And I guess this one day, I didn't wear a shirt either. And my mom has a picture of me trying to get something off the counter because I was standing on the dishwasher door. Like, it was out, and I was standing on it, and I was, like, just in my underwear. And she decided to take a picture of it.
Instead of helping you.
Yep. She literally took 20 minutes to find the camera and then took a picture of it. I was like, Mom, I'm not going to stand here all day. I just want a piece of cake.
Something for me, that this is probably why I'm afraid of driving, but my grandpa used to have this old house in this really down south part of Oklahoma. Like, it's barely on a map. It's smaller than the town they live in now. And I remember this one time, he had this old van. It was like the step up from one of those old 70s vans.
Uh-huh.
But,
oh, the hippie vans.
Mm-hmm, but it was like a hippie van that had like the nose of a van. It wasn't flat in the front. I remember I hated that van so much because my grandpa, whenever I came over, he used to put me on his lap and make me drive it. And he had this long driveway. Like, it went from the street and then up a hill all the way to the house, and then there was a curve that you had to come into to get into the driveway, like the actual pavement driveway. He always made me drive up that hill and turn the corner, and I was like 4, but I hated it so much. And that's just, I hate it so much, and I hate driving now, because I actually crashed that van.
Damn. Alright,
12.
Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child?
I have a shirt. I have a shirt that I got from the first gay couple I ever met. I love them so much. I'm very upset that they broke up recently. But it's this shirt because, like, in the last video I said how my family nickname is Grapes. Well, we found this shirt at a Scottish festival, and it said, "Grapes? What grapes? I don't see any grapes." Or I haven't seen any grapes. I don't really remember. But there's this frog on it, on this half, and the frog's got this, like, purple gel on its lips and on its hands. So it ate the grapes. And I love that shirt so much, but I haven't worn it because I got it when I was like 4. So it doesn't fit anymore, obviously. But I also haven't worn it because I'm mad at who got it for me.
Oh.
She cheated on her partner, and I'm so angry at her now because they were such a happy couple.
Damn. I had my baby blanket.
I had my baby blanket too.
I gave it to my niece, who gave it to her little brother when he was young. And so when my sister moved in to our house, she's out now, but she lived in our house for a while, and so basically she used that blanket to like block the sun in there, because the sun would shine right into their faces. Like, that was like the brightest room in the house. And so she just kind of left it when she moved, so I have it back now, which is great. Number 13.
It's you.
Oh, that's you.
Oh. What was something weird you used to do as a child? Nothing that I still don't do.
Yeah, we kind of still do stuff. I'd probably have to say mine was I slept in my parents' bed till I was like 12.
Well, I did that too, but like, probably something I did was instead of sleeping on my bed, I slept under my bed till I was about 14.
Why would you sleep under your bed?
Because it was more comfortable, and Willow didn't like getting on the bed. She preferred to be under the bed, and I liked sleeping with Willow, so I was like, Willow's my dog, by the way, not a person.
What's the scariest thing you remember doing that happened to you when you were a child? Well, when you were younger.
The scariest thing?
I can't name the scariest thing because it would take too long. But I will tell you that it's the reason I have a fear of cornfields and corn.
Mine is long, and it's the reason I hate mirrors.
Just say that. We can make a separate video about
Okay,
this.
yeah. The reason I hate mirrors.
One day, we will make a separate video telling you why we fear the things we do. It's probably not going to be today, because I don't know if I can go through that today.
You probably can't.
15.
How is the world now different from how it was when you were a child?
Hello.
When I was a child, everyone had flip phones. My mom had a flip phone. My mom didn't even have a goddamn phone until I was probably in 3rd grade.
My mom didn't have a phone until like 2 years ago.
My mom had to get a phone for work because that place that she worked at, she was working for this one company, but she also would have patients call her, so she needed a home phone. But then I also had a bus stop a mile away from my house, so they decided, you know what? You're getting a phone. And I got this crappy little flip phone, and I hated it so much. It couldn't text, which I didn't care. I didn't have any friends. But like the calls it can make, I could only make 2-minute calls. So it was like, if my mom didn't answer, I only got one shot.
Damn.
I got one shot to call, and if she don't answer, I'm fucked. So now it's always call mom, but it used to be always call dad because he will always be home.
The world is different now because I feel like the world is more accepting now than it was. Like, if I were to go out dressed the way I am today, right? If I were to go out like this, I feel like in the world back then, I would probably get the shit beaten out of me.
By your brother, maybe.
No, my brother wouldn't do that. He was always accepting. But literally, if the kids at school saw me dressing kind of like a guy, they would be like, no, you're a girl. You're
That
supposed to be
is
wearing
true.
dresses. If they even saw my hair being cut this short, they'd be like, no.
That is true. I did get the shit beaten out of me once because I didn't wear a dress to school, and all my friends were wearing dresses. I do remember that.
Anyway, that's the end of this tag. That was a really long video. I'm sorry about that, but it is the throwback tag.
That was longer than I expected.
I know. I expected that to be like 5 minutes or something. The next few videos should be rather short.
Hopefully.
Most likely shorter than this.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I'm gonna say this again. We are going to be in the same setting and the same clothes and everything as the next few videos because we are filming all of these in the same day. So I don't know if I'm going to post all of these today or if I'm going to like span them out through like a few weeks or something. But yeah, just know that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, tell me. Subscribe. If you didn't like the video, I don't care, like it anyway. I'm gonna try and put Grace's link in the description. If not, I'll just put her username in the title. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Sassy Dinosaur.
There you go. Just look that up, and it'll literally...
Capital S, capital D.
The picture will be a sassy dinosaur.
Uh-huh.
Not even kidding. Anyway.
I made that, so if any of you use it, I will find you.
Just ask her if you want to use it. Literally, just ask.
I will tell you no.
Still ask, anyway.
Yes.
Asking is better than stealing.
True. Wow,
Yeah.
that got really deep.
It did.
Bye, guys.